afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this week's computer and internet tutorial. I am really excited about today's tutorial because we are going to be talking about a library resource that I really think is a hidden gem. It's called Gale in Context, Opposing Viewpoints. So this is a database that compiles information from all over the web, like news articles, opinion pieces, videos about social and cultural topics that often come up today. So I really like this because it helps us understand each other a little better. I have noticed, and you've probably seen it too, that when controversial topics come up, no side is really hearing each other out. Thus, no side really understands the arguments that someone opposite of them is making. We just tend to pick up little bits and pieces of information here and there that maybe we see on Facebook or Instagram or, a headline. And then we end up finding ourselves arguing against a really skimpy version of the opposing side's opinion. We could even find ourselves arguing against an argument that no one is actually making because we've only just picked up little bits and pieces of the argument. So I like the database that I'm about to show you because on your own time, in the privacy of your own home, or if you would like to use the public library here, in your own little space, we can look into all sides of an idea. We can look at one side, you can flip it over and look at a different side, turn it, and look at even another side. So, in exploring all sides of a topic, we can find that one, obviously, will have a broader understanding of what is being discussed. And through that, we could find that our hearts could end up being a little bit softened. We may not be so dogmatic about our own beliefs when we understand that there are some reasonable arguments being made on the other side. And, if we come across a viewpoint that we've never considered before, we may find that we make a little bit of adjustments to our own ideas. Or, if you consider all sides of a topic, and really fully look into it and try to understand it, you may find that you end up reaffirmed in the original idea that you had. But because you have gone through the process of trying to understand opposing opinions, you find that your own opinion is actually a lot sturdier because it has stood up against the full weight of an opposing opinion. So to me, all of those options, whether you completely change your mind, or you just find that you need to make a little bit of adjustments, or you find that you're totally reaffirmed in your opinion, all of those are perfectly fine conclusions to fully understanding an opposing opinion. So I always believe that nobody becomes a better person by staying the same. So this site is really great at helping us grow. So let's go ahead and get started at taking a look at Gale in Context. You'll want to start off here at balchspringslibrary.org, and Gale in Context is a database, so we will click here on eShelf and Research, and then eShelf and Research Home. And it's part of the TextShare databases, so click on that. And this is the database that we are looking for. So this database, I'm going to click on that and bring us to the home page. So this database is not about presenting or trying to change your mind. It really is just trying to gather information from all over the web about a topic, meaning this is what's being said, here are some events that relate to this topic, here's what experts are saying, just presenting this is what's happening information, not really trying to sway you one way or another. So I like it. You get both sides or all sides if there's more than two opinions about a topic. Just presenting all the different sides and all the different opinions, events that are happening around that topic. So this is the homepage for Gale in Context. Generally, there's kind of a highlight of some issues that are being talked about today, usually just near the top of the page here. And then here we can see some of the issues. If you notice, the updated icon here just lets us know that some new information, maybe a new article came out, or a new opinion piece, or a new video, or a new event regarding that topic has come up, and so that topic page has been updated with that new information. If you notice, there are 468 issues. I'm clicking on that that you could browse through. Just a lot of opinions out there, a lot of sides to consider. So I'm going to go back to that home page, and let's go ahead and pick a topic. Let's see. Prison sentencing and prison reform. So at the top of the topic page, you'll kind of get a little synopsis about that particular issue, and just give you an idea of maybe some of the information that you may come across when browsing that topic. Here, if you specifically are looking for maybe a video, you can just go directly to the videos, or if you're just looking for an opinion piece, you could go just straight to Viewpoints. But I generally tend to kind of scroll through, read some of the headlines, or some of the titles of that particular piece, see what's there. So for featured viewpoints, these are going to be these are opinion pieces. A viewpoint indicates that it's an opinion piece. The featured viewpoints are going to come from authors that are maybe explaining the topic really well. They may be influencers on that particular topic. And if you notice, there are actually 9 pieces. This little number in parentheses lets you know how many pieces there are under that subdivision, I guess. So there's more than just these 3 that are highlighted here. And then Viewpoints is just going to be, unlike the featured viewpoints, maybe not as influential. Maybe the article is not written quite as succinctly as it may need to be. But nonetheless, they're viewpoints worth considering. And for this, there's 80 of them. And then we have biographies, maybe some notable people in regards to sentencing and prison reform. And then we have some references if you just need more technical idea or technical understanding of what's being discussed. Images are cool, videos tend to be cool, audio, podcasts generally, or some kind of radio coverage regarding the topic that you're looking at, magazines. And again, Gale in Context is not trying to sway you one way or another. They're just really presenting information. This is what's being discussed right now. Here's everything that people are saying. Here are events regarding that topic that are happening today. So I really like it. There's just so much information that you can take in. And, I personally don't like to form a really strong opinion about a topic, especially a controversial one, before I really understand all of the arguments that are being made for or against, or somewhere in the middle, regarding that topic. So I'm going to go back to the home page. And I'm going to take a look at browse all issues. Let's see. Let's click on same-sex marriage. There's definitely a lot of opinions there. So whenever you click on one of these pieces, one thing that I very much like about the Gale in Context is that even from publishers like the New York Times, where you often have to have a subscription to read their articles, Gale in Context, they will actually present the entire article to you, so you don't need a subscription to the New York Times in order to read this particular article that was originally published in the New York Times. Another thing that I like about Gale in Context is, oftentimes in school you had to write a persuasive paper and you had to cite your sources for that paper. So they make it very easy to cite the article that you are reading, and generally that's going to be near the bottom of the article. So makes it very easy to compile that information for your sources or citations page. And I'm just going to go back to the home page here, and I'm just going to click on another topic. Again, a little synopsis, all of the different types of sources that you can look at. One last thing that I do want to point out is, you're looking at all of these resources, just kind of broadening your understanding of a particular topic and all the viewpoints around that topic. But you also have related topics. So this one is discussing the Electoral College. And, there's definitely plenty of related topics that you could explore around the Electoral College. So you can really deep dive into any idea, really get a broad understanding of what's being discussed, what's happening, what the experts are saying, what the cultural opinions are around that. So I really love this database, and definitely encourage you, especially as we're seeing ourselves very divided these days, to go in, explore, and broaden your own understanding of what's being said. And again, this is not to sway you one way or another. It's just really helping us to understand each other better, so that we're not arguing over each other or past each other, but really having discussions where we are bringing each other in and trying to really understand each other. We are the United States of America, so it's nice whenever we can, even if we don't agree, can remain united. Yep. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us for this short tutorial. I hope that you take advantage of it. Help your mind grow. And then, yeah, have a great weekend.